While you are recovering from your injury, it is important to be able to work on overall general fitness. Aerobic circuits are designed to build adequate levels of general muscular endurance, as well as improve overall cardiovascular health. It is recommended you discuss with your physiotherapist or surgeon the appropriateness of some of these exercises depending on where you are at in your stage of healing. The following video is an example of a group of exercises that are designed to target different muscular groups in the body. It's important to recognize this circuit format is not limited to the following exercises. You can get creative and you can use some of your rehab exercises as part of the circuit format. Pick 5 exercises and perform one exercise for 45 seconds. Then take a 15-second rest and move on to the next exercise. Try to pace yourself so you can be working the entire 45 seconds. Once you finish exercise number 5, you will repeat the circuit starting with the first exercise. Repeat this circuit 4 to 5 times. It is recommended you try this circuit 2 to 3 times per week.
Dead bug. You're going to lie on your back and bring your hips and knees to 90 degrees. Outstretch your arms and shoulders to 90 degrees. Start by lowering one arm. You can alternate to the other arm, and you can then outstretch one leg. Switch legs. If you want a bigger challenge, you can alternate opposite arm and opposite leg. Try to keep your back pressed against the ground, and you'll repeat this for 45 seconds. Side plank on your knees. You're gonna lie on your right hand side, ensuring that your heels, your spine, and your glutes are all in a straight line with your knees at 45 degrees in front of you. Your right elbow should be underneath your right shoulder, and you should keep your neck nice and long so that there's distance between your shoulder and your ear. You're gonna press up into your plank by driving your pelvis slightly forwards. You want to hold this position for 45 seconds, and on your next set, you'll do the other side. A progression to this exercise is straightening the top leg and lifting it to the side, ensuring your belly button is pointing forwards while you do this, so you're using the side pocket of your leg. Reverse lunge. You're going to start at the top of your mat and step backwards into a lunge position. You're going to alternate legs for 45 seconds. It's important you look forwards, keeping your chest nice and tall, keep your shin nice and vertical, and your foot firmly planted on the ground. You also want to keep your knee in the midline of your foot. So aim to have your knee bend over the 3rd, 4th toe. You can progress this exercise by holding a weight, a dumbbell or a kettlebell. You want to hold the weight up against your chest to keep your chest nice and tall. And again, you will alternate your reverse lunge for 45 seconds. Mountain climber burpee. You want to come to a high plank with your hands underneath your shoulders, keeping your elbows nice and straight, and keeping yourself pressing into the ground so your shoulders are nice and strong. You want to keep your spine in a neutral position, and you're going to do 10 mountain climbers, bringing your knee towards your chest, running in place. After your 10 mountain climbers, you'll bring your feet out together, jump in between your hands, and do a burpee, reaching for the ceiling in a jump and then coming back to high plank. You will keep repeating this 10 reps of mountain climber, 1 burpee for 45 seconds. Broad jump with reverse squat walk. You'll start at the top of your mat and do a long jump using your arm swing. When you land your broad jump, you will stay deep in your landing and walk back in a deep squat. When you land your jump, you want to make sure your knees are in the midline of your foot and not dipping inwards. Try to drive your knees over the 3rd, 4th toe when you land. You'll repeat this for 45 seconds. Step ups onto a box. You're going to alternate and step onto the box and back down again, ensuring that you're planting your entire foot on top of the box and driving the force down into the box so you're coming up vertically. It's important to ensure that your knee is in the midline of your foot over the 3rd, 4th toe. You will repeat this for 45 seconds. High plank to low plank. You'll start in standing and come to a high plank. You want to make sure your elbows are straight and you're pushing strongly into the ground and your hands are facing forwards. You also want to make sure your spine is in neutral and you're not arching your back. You're then going to lower to forearm plank and then press back up to high plank, trying to control the spine while you do this. You'll repeat this for 45 seconds. Glute bridge. You'll lie on your back with your feet hip distance apart, pointing forwards. You want your arms by your side, and you're going to lift your pelvis and glutes off the ground by squeezing your glutes. You want to hold for a second or two at the top and lower down slowly. You will repeat this for 45 seconds. To progress this exercise, you can put your hands on your hips at the top of your bridge and march in place. You want to keep your pelvis level and not let the pelvis drop to the side. You also want to keep your hips nice and high in the bridge position. Tricep dips on a box. You'll have a seat on the box and walk your feet outwards so that your hands are pointing forwards. You're then going to flex the elbows and extend them slowly. You'll repeat this for 45 seconds. You can make this harder by straightening out a leg, repeating the dip, and then switching legs. You'll repeat this for 45 seconds. Narrow stance squat to wide stance squat. You're going to start in the middle of your mat and squat with your feet close together. You're then going to step to the right and do a wide stance squat, driving your knees over the third, fourth toe, ensuring that your knees aren't dipping inwards. You'll then step back to the middle and do a narrow stance squat and repeat this to the left. You'll continue for 45 seconds.